How a Hollywood movie crew might take over your town on entertainment this week.
Next on USA Today. There is no way we are taking off without this baby in the car seat. A survivor of this crash says never fly with a baby in your lap, and she isn't the only one. Is there a better way? I'm Beth Ruyak.
I'm Bill McAtee. What if they paid you for all those hours you spend in this? Don't get mad. Get ahead.
Traffic jams are really a time for me to sit back and get some business done. Welcome.
Here in Los Angeles. High winds and choppy seas may force the shipboard summit between President Bush and Soviet leader Gorbachev to be moved to land. A White House official says that if the two leaders are moved, their meetings will be held at a hotel in Valletta, about 15 miles from where the two ships are now at anchor. Another possibility, both ships could dock and be tied together. The White House official, who asked not to be identified, says that transit to and from the ships would be dangerous right now. President Bush spent the night aboard the USS Belknap, and President Gorbachev was staying aboard the Soviet passenger ship Gorky. NBC News will begin its coverage of the summit from wherever it takes place with reports throughout the day on Saturday. This has been a special report from NBC News.
Such force that she just, all I can describe it is being sucked out of my arms. There's no other way to come up with a descriptive word for it, because it was with such force that she just went off.
2-year-old Evan Sow was also on Flight 232. He was also torn from his mother's arms and thrown into the back of the plane. He died of smoke inhalation. Sabrina was lucky, very lucky.
The man who rescued her just found her in an overhead bin, which was closed shut. And it was not overhead anymore as the plane had flipped. Now it was on the floor. And he opened it and got her out among luggage and stuff.
FAA rules say that children under 2 may be held by an adult during takeoff and landing. And that's why, says a Harvard Medical School study, children are 6 times more likely than adults to be hurt in an air traffic accident. Stephen Hayes of the Air Transport Association speaks for the airline industry.
Well, it's a serious issue and one that we're working hard on. Some 8,000 or 9,000 children under 2 fly every day in our system. Currently, there is no government regulation that requires the use of infant seats on airlines, and if there were to be such a regulation, it would come from the FAA.
Since the 60s, the Federal Aviation Administration has been studying the question of restraints for children. Their own tests show that lap-held infants can be crushed by their parents on impact, while children in safety seats come through relatively unscathed. Currently before the FAA are petitions on the subject from private citizens, a Nader watchdog group, 55 congressmen, the state of New York, and the Association of Flight Attendants.
There's been a regulation proposed before the FAA sitting there for 6 years. This is not a cost-benefit issue. This is a life and death issue for children under 2 years old.
The flight attendants want the FAA to require that all passengers 2 or younger fly in safety seats, even if it means the airlines have to provide them. So airline policies differ, and high-tech safety seats can end up as checked baggage. They tried to go by the letter of the law with Lori Michelson as she was flying home from the crash at Sioux City. She bought a ticket for Sabrina and put her in a safety seat.
The flight attendant told me it's our policy on takeoff and landings that the moms hold the babies. And I looked at her like, you've got to be kidding me. I said, there is no way we are taking off without this baby in the car seat. And eventually, she gave in, reluctantly.
Should the airlines provide safety seats for infants? Well, they say that's a serious logistical problem. So if you're traveling with a little one over the holidays, ask the airline in advance if they'll allow you to use the safety seat. But remember, you'll have to buy a ticket for the baby in order to use the safety seat on the plane.
A travel problem of a different kind is our cover story today, gridlock. There are 110 million commuters in the USA. Urban traffic is increasing 6% a year. Solutions to traffic congestion are a long way off,
And USA Today correspondent Bill Sternoff tells us the hidden cost of gridlock.
Gridlock. By definition, it's traffic at its worst. On the highway that circles the nation's capital and on many other big city freeways, traffic starts building before daylight, getting heavier almost by the minute. On this highway, the traffic is nearly double what it was a decade ago. Meanwhile, Boston's busy central artery is carrying nearly 3 times as many cars as it was designed for. And in California, where the passion for cars is legendary, new car registrations are increasing 3 times faster than the population. The result?
Right now in the LA basin, every morning, every afternoon, we're seeing 300 miles of congested freeway.
Experts predict by the year 2010, the average speed on Southern California freeways will be 11 miles per hour. It's not just an annoyance. Time is money, and gridlock is costing the USA billions. It's also changing the way we do business and the way we lead our lives. We are losing more than 2 billion hours a year to gridlock at a cost of more than $73 billion. And every one of us is paying the price.
The average American is spending about an hour commuting. For people in the $25,000 to $30,000 wage category, that's $20 a day or $100 a week in terms of opportunity costs. But there are other costs as well.
As when deliveries of products are slow or late.
Which always then reflects on down into the products that you and I pay for. So, yeah, congestion imposes an enormous cost.
Traffic operation, may I help you?
Technology only monitors the traffic grids. It will not unlock them. And commuters are adapting as we enter the 90s.
I have a car, but I don't drive it during the week because it's easier to use the metro.
Car phones, once as novel as personalized plates, are becoming essential.
I don't ever want to be out of touch, because when you're out of touch, you could very easily be out of business.
Cindy Brown's business is mobile communications. When traffic stops, she goes to work.
Other people are honking their horns, they're stressed out. I'm able to, call someone on the telephone. I'm able to boot up my laptop and do business right here.
The car is becoming a second home because people are spending so much time in it.
Until we can cure gridlock, we'll just have to learn to cope.
Traffic jams are really a time for me to sit back and get some business done. This is survival. In business in the 90s, this is survival.
Bill Sternoff, USA Today.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
In Los Angeles, the city council has voted to ban most large trucks during rush hour. The ban keeps them off city streets, and it is expected to reduce truck traffic on freeways as well. It takes effect early next year.
And in our next cover story, conquering waves like this. Check out surfing's Triple Crown. We'll take you to Hawaii to find out why it takes timing, balance, endurance, and guts to be the best in this wild sport. Surfing in the winter. That's our next cover story.
It's beautiful. Yeah. When USA Today returns, the USA scores a perfect 10. Nadia gets refuge in America. And a power lunch with Eric Roberts. This Academy Award nominee is one of Hollywood's hottest.
This looks like something my mom would eat. It's kind of quiet, conservative. I don't think I can get into this. I mean, it's just a bunch of flakes. It doesn't taste the way it looks. I like the way it crunches. Maybe it's good because it's simple. Wait, don't tell me. I'm just like my mother.
Kellogg's Corn Flakes.
Corn Flakes?
Taste them again for the first time. And for a limited time, taste them again for just 99 cents.
Cut. Good.
When Hollywood movie crews come to town, you'd better take cover. They might just take over your street. Now, Entertainment This Week's got the inside story on the upside, the downside, and the weird side of what happened when Hollywood slept here.
Your house is not your own. Your street is not your own.
Find out how some people at movie locations were able to rake in the big bucks, but others protested to run a movie out of town. The inside story's only on Entertainment This Week.
Saturdays at 7 p.m. on TV 13. Angels, unseen friends who provide guidance and help in times of need.
TV 13 invites you to be an angel this holiday season for a special child.
Look for the angel tree in these area malls and stop by the registration desk. Then select the name of a child you'd like to help. Once you've purchased a present for your special friend, get the gift wrapped, then place it beneath the angel tree. Make certain your special friend has a happy holiday season. Angels can make holiday wishes come true.
Visit the angel tree and be an angel.
When times get rough, you can't fall back on us. Don't give up. Please don't give up.
I want to be a fighter pilot, be a doctor, be a football player, be a ballerina, be a firefighter.
So I'm gonna be the best I can be because America needs me. Drug-free.
A new superstar in the world of horse racing, and the USA gains an Olympic legend. Two heroes in People Today. Jockey Kent DeSormo makes racing history. 547 wins just this year, breaking the world record set by Chris McCarron in 1974.
The chills are running down my spine. It's what I've always wanted to do for the past 3 years, and it's a dream come true, guys.
DeSormo's next goal, win 600 before the year ends. Olympic star Nadia Comaneci, seen here last year in Los Angeles, is in the USA to stay after being granted refugee status. The Romanian gymnast fled her homeland because of political repression. Nadia received the first perfect score ever given to a gymnast during the 1976 Olympics in Montreal. You'll recall she took home 3 gold medals, and then she won 4 more medals at the 1980 Games in Moscow.
Julia Roberts is getting a lot of attention these days for her performance in Steel Magnolias, but it's her brother Eric who already has an Academy Award nomination under his belt. His offbeat, tough guy roles are gaining him enormous popularity. Some even say he's the USA's next big sex symbol. Well, USA Today correspondent Michelle Russell caught up with Eric at Hollywood's power lunch spot, the Columbia.
Lunching, I know nothing of it though. Power lunching, I've heard of power lunching.
He was manipulative and murderous in Star 80. He was a small-time criminal in The Pope of Greenwich Village, and he played a crazed escaped convict in Runaway Train, the role that brought him the Oscar nomination.
I'm gonna kick your...
Well, even in his current release, a martial arts story titled Best of the Best, there's still some of that patented Eric the Street Fighter. But if you look beyond all that kicking and punching, you'll see another decidedly different aspect of this Academy Award nominee.
And the kingdom rejoiced as they rode through the land together again as two friends. Dun, dun, dun.
But Eric traces his love of not-so-grand character roles back to his childhood when he worked with his father's acting company in Atlanta.
It was just always great fun for me to have my dad wake me up at night and say, this is a good movie on. Come on, I'd get up, a little kid, and we'd go in the living room, and we'd watch Goodbye, Mr. Chips. And that's not that guy in 39 Steps, Dad. Yes, it is. And, no way. Yeah, and, you know, that was what I wanted to always grow up to be.
At the age of 15, Roberts began a 2-year term at London's Royal Academy of Dramatic Art. This lesson has turned out to be important for him and his 2 younger sisters, who are also actors. How do you help each other in this business?
Just by being there. You know, one or the other has to talk about things. Like I know my sister Julia had a great deal of trouble with things at the beginning of Steel Magnolias, and we talked on the phone sometimes, you know.
The phone calls must have helped because Julia Roberts is getting good reviews for her work in Steel Magnolias. Eric describes Julia as the most outgoing and gracious of the 3 siblings.
I am simply a refined redneck. I'm not actually invited to a lot of power lunches because I don't eat and talk well at the same time.
Eric is working on 2 new movies. Both are set for release next spring.
In fact, he didn't eat it all, did he?
Well, I don't think he ate at a power lunch. He just kind of snacked.
The talk is good.
Yes.
Lots more to come on USA Today. Later on, our special on the best of the 80s. Today, movies. Does your favorite make our list? But up next, a Saudi Arabian sheik is going kitty crazy. He's adopting cat after cat after cat. Also ahead, the new pecking order of Oklahoma ranching.
Keep rolling, 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 though the streams are swollen. Keep them doggies rolling raw high.
Quibbles with kibbles, I hear 'em all. Terriers from Toledo, poodles from Paducah, major quibbles with plain kibbles. My advice, try new Purina brand kibbles and Cheesy Chews dog food with cheddar cheese taste and pumpkins. No more quibbles with kibbles.
Happy Cat brand cat food from Purina is the only one in the Snap Top canister to stay moist, meaty, and fresh down to the last morsel. Now freshness is a Snap.
The 5 and the 6 o'clock news shows here on TV 13 are only a half hour apart, but they're 2 very different shows. I think at 5 o'clock what we try to do is give you more in-depth into 1 or 2 particular subjects of the day, whereas at 6 o'clock we try to give you as much local news as we can in that very short half-hour period of time. The one thing that is the same, I think, about both shows is what I try to do. I try to tell you what to think about and not tell you what to think.
Diane Larson and 13 News, your home team.
In sports, success is usually measured in wins, points, and statistics.
But achievement can also be measured in terms of an athlete's courage.
Reaching deep within, performing beyond one's own limitations. Now that's the mark of a great athlete.
And that's a quality shared by NBC Sports and 13 Sports. We go that extra yard to bring you the best in sports television.
When you want to know more than just the scores, turn to NBC Sports and 13 Sports.
Toys are responsible for 600,000 injuries to children each year. Unfortunately, many of these injuries result in blindness. No matter how much they want the gift of sight is more precious. Please, consider your child's eyesight when buying gifts this holiday season.
This is nice, thanks.
You're welcome. A message from the Ohio Ophthalmological Society.
I didn't wait in line for my auto tags this year. I did it the easy way, by mail.
Around 45 days before my license expired, I got my renewal application in the mail.
I sent my money to the Bureau of Motor Vehicles. When they got it, they sent me my new license sticker.
What could be easier? You can have more time for the things you need to do this year with mail-in registration.
For more information, call 1-800-589-TAGS.
Across the USA, a one-man plan to save the nation's stray cats. In Miami Beach, a Saudi Arabian sheik is spending $2 million to provide a home for strays. Prince Mohammed Al Fasih says he doesn't want to see those forgotten animals destroyed. So far, he's taken in about 30 cats, and these cats will enjoy a good life, living in 7 rooms at the sheik's beachfront mansion, with a private veterinarian and a staff to care for them. The sheik says he'll send his people out across the USA in search of more homeless cats.
Turkey is traditional for Thanksgiving, and some people think Christmas wouldn't be complete without goose. Well, now, if some ranchers out west have their way, this new big bird will grace holiday tables, ostrich.
Though the streams are swollen, keep them doggies rolling raw high.
These aren't cattle, and this isn't the Serengeti. So what are ostriches doing on a ranch in Lawton, Oklahoma? Ask Dale Cootie.
I suppose they're strange, just like I am. We got started in 1983, primarily as a novelty. Never had any intention of ever becoming commercial with it. It was just something I wanted the big birds around just to enjoy.
A few years later, that's all changed.
49. 49. I sell them for $4,800.
Mr. Cootie and his friends down in Texas have discovered that ostriches are big business.
I expect to take the money from selling my oil equipment, put it into ostriches.
Well, they tell me there's profit in it. Dollars and cents.
With only about 8,000 ostriches across the USA, most of the current market is for breeding, but it's created a speculative frenzy.
We're used to a break-even type situation at best, and one pair of birds will create $20,000 to $40,000 worth of cash flow a year. And that just speaks to the guy that's out there about to lose his farm. That grabs his attention.
Ostriches are valued in Europe and Africa for their meat, leather, and feathers. And while we may never see ostrich burgers in this country, some envision a place for it in everyone's diet.
So we're looking at a meat that's a red, lean, edible meat, low in cholesterol, high in protein, low in fat. That's an ideal meat.
Ostriches don't require much acreage and live in any climate.
We have them from Texas, from Florida to California, the entire spectrum of weather in the United States.
The Roberts family of Marlow, Oklahoma, went from 2 pairs of chicks 3 years ago to a very sophisticated operation today.
We've never stopped construction. We have just expanded and grown. The supply is still way below the demand.
They get calls from all over the country asking advice. They've even developed a computer program to track the birds' bloodlines from a computer chip lodged in the chick's neck. And by the way, ostriches are great to live with.
They're just like pets. And they'll take your cap off, or they'll get in your pocket, or they've even come after my glasses before. Anything shiny.
They're just fascinating bird, and we've made a lifetime friend.
Didn't sound to me like they were making any lifetime friends. Those ostriches looked a little nervous.
I didn't see any big drumsticks around either, though.
The sort of the mystique of the Old West and the rancher just loses a little bit with the ostriches. Yeah. Next on USA Today, the best movies of the 80s. So one on our list, this big draw. The others when we come back.
So tell me, Eddie. Come on to the best, only on TV 13.
Ooh, yeah. Our place is your place, our house is your house. Come celebrate with us and you will see. Feel the excitement, sharing that good time.
Only something you can believe in.
Hey, hey.
Only somewhere special you should be. Only on WTVG, join the family. Come on to the best, only on TV 13.
Ooh, yeah. Working together, making life better.
7 days a week we got you covered.
Yeah.
13 News, we're your home team. Only on NBC, miles above the rest. Only from your home team, TV 13. Come on to the best, only on WTVG, where you want to be. Come on to the best, only on TV 13.
Did you ever know that you're my hero?
From Great Lake Erie, west to Defiance. From the metropolis of Toledo to south of the courthouse in Lima. The United Ways of Northwest Ohio say thank you to the thousands of caring people who gave to this year's campaigns. Because of your generosity, the United Way is able to help many of your friends and neighbors who need help. You are their heroes.
Make your holiday season a special one and visit Homespun Holidays, only at your Wildwood Preserve Metro Park. See the Manor House decorated in holiday cheer to delight visitors of all ages. It's the 14th annual celebration of Homespun Holidays, December 2nd through the 10th at your Wildwood Preserve Metro Park, 5100 West Central Avenue in Toledo.
Today in our special report on the best of the 80s, the movies. A look at the best films of the decade according to our USA Today critics, and a couple of the picks may surprise you. Raging Bull knocked its competition out of the ring for the title Best Movie of the 80s.
The fact that Raging Bull is topping so many lists, even though it was a black and white movie about a boxer, a little-known boxer, from the early 80s, really is distinctive. It shows how memorable that movie is, at least in the critical mind.
Let's go with the rest.
I think what is memorable about it is that at the beginning of the 80s, it set the tone for sexual explicitness, violence. It was technically a superior movie. So in a lot of ways, it showed which direction the 80s was going to be taking, both thematically and in terms of artistic expression.
There. You bothering me about a steak, huh? You bothering me about a steak?
Technical superiority earmarked another film for greatness in the 80s, Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
But tell me, Eddie, is that a rabbit in your pocket or you just happy to see me?
It was a breakthrough movie in technically using the animated skills of Disney in a way that never had been used before. But beyond just the technical achievement, it was an audience pleaser. In Roger Rabbit, you had a single movie that took kid stuff, cartoons, and adult stuff, a kind of detective 40-ish film noir genre, and mixed them together into an incredible, unprecedented mix.
Woody Allen mixed the past and the present and wound up on USA Today's Best of the 80s list, not only for his sense of humor, but for his style. Critics picked Zelig from the pack of Allen's films for recognition.
I think half of that movie was done in the editing room. Suddenly Zelig, or the Woody Allen alter ego, would appear in shots with, famous shots, and putting himself into our collective past was really a technical achievement that you hadn't seen in his movies before.
Several foreign films, such as Babette's Feast, made it on USA Today's Best Movies list. But where are the box office favorites, such as the decade closer, Batman?
I think critics often feel that the popular acclaim a movie gets in terms of box office almost disqualifies it for their 10 best list of the year. Maybe it's a little elitist.
Wait till they get a load of me.
Well, your favorites.
Well, name about any movie that Jack Nicholson was in that.
Yeah.
But I loved Out of Africa, and we both agreed on The Last Emperor.
Last Emperor was great. And I like Back to the Future and the Raiders series and all that. Those were neat.
You said you're still catching up to movies
Still catching up
in the
while
70s.
I rent them on videotape.
On the next USA Today. Life as a gang member in LA's mean streets. Find out why gang leaders say cocaine is the best thing that's ever happened to them.
If we didn't have cocaine, the streets wouldn't be safe because we'd be robbing everything around here.
And we'll show you surfers in Hawaii riding their way to the top of the Triple Crown.
And that's what's happening in the USA Today. Thanks for being with us.
We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Travel arranged through Northwest Airlines, continuing its commitment to comfort with a smoke-free environment on all North American flights. Northwest Airlines, now with a proud new look.
Do you feel like a puppet, and cocaine and other mind-altering substances are controlling your strings? And no matter how hard you try to pull away, the more entangled you become? We at Cocaine Anonymous understand what you're going through. We've been there. We know what those bonds feel like. If you want help, call us. We're here 24 hours a day. We can help you to break free with no strings attached. Call us at 249-0543.
In Ohio, there are 1,500 children waiting to know what it is to share a family dinner, to feel a mother's touch, to know a father's hug, to share a laugh, to confide in a brother, bond with a sister, to share a champion, or to spend precious moments alone in the peacefulness of home. Adopt Ohio. Write the Ohio Department of Human Services.
Older workers often find that a job gives them the added security they want. The people at the 55 Plus program will talk to you and, if you're eligible, match you with part-time or full-time employment. Call the 55 Plus program at the Area Office on Aging for information about jobs for older workers.
Divorce, separation, custody, companionship with your kids. Any domestic problem, we can help. We're Fathers for Equal Rights. Call 472-6037.
WTVG Toledo.